The search for survivors after a powerful series of explosions in Equatorial Guinea is underway. At least 20 people were killed. Hundreds more have been injured. The blasts tore apart a military base in the country's most populous city, Bata. Residential areas near the base were also obliterated, trapping people under rubble. The country's foreign minister has called for international assistance in dealing with the disaster.
Panic, confusion, and flight. In the city of Bata, the largest in Equatorial Guinea, residents are in shock over the disaster that struck in their midst. We don't know. We don't know what caused this. We don't know what happened. We only know there was a fire. According to the government, dynamite exploded in the city's military barracks, setting off a series of blasts that left few buildings in Bata undamaged. The situation in the city of Bata is that there were a couple of blasts during this afternoon, and they have caused the loss of several human lives, as well as substantial material damage. In flattened neighborhoods, survivors are pulled from the rubble. They're brought to hospitals, suddenly overwhelmed with people injured by the multiple explosions. Over half of Equatorial Guinea's 1.4 million inhabitants live in Bata. The powerful blasts have shaken not just the city, but the entire country.
Our correspondent Blaise Eyong is covering the story for us from Buea in neighboring Cameroon. Blaise, what do we know about the cause of these explosions?
Thank you. What we know so far about the cause of this explosion is basically from what information we're getting from the president of the country, Theodore Obiangema. He mentioned in a televised message yesterday that these blasts was caused by a mishandling of dynamite at the military base there in Bata. Also, he also speculated and mentioned that there are people who are farming land across fields, farmers who are farming their fields across or nearby the military base, that they may have set fire in their field, and this may have caused the blast. But that is just what we know. Little information is coming from the country so far.
Now, several people were killed, many were injured. How are hospitals there coping?
Hospitals are overwhelmed, especially three main hospitals where the injured and the victims of these blasts have been taken to. Yesterday, the Ministry of Health posted several tweets on Twitter asking for Equatorial Guineans and other people who have experience in health and even volunteers to go to the hospitals across the city to make sure that they can volunteer and help thousands of victims that have suffered from this explosion. Blood is running out, so they've asked for people to donate blood in hospitals. Most of these hospitals are totally overwhelmed.
Blaise, thank you very much for that update. That was correspondent Blaise Eyong in Buea, Cameroon.